Well, one of the things that drew me to Richmond was I kind of knew Coach Huseman's background. I worked with a guy named Marcus Satterfield, and he was Coach Huseman's offense coordinator at Chattanooga. So I kind of knew what Coach was all about, and how he ran a program, and his history of winning, and his success at Chattanooga. And that's really what kind of drew me initially to Richmond, is just working for a head coach like that, someone that runs a program like he does. That's something that was really important to me when deciding to come to Richmond. Coaching philosophy, I've always tried to be as detailed as possible. A lot of my mentors in coaching have been really detail-oriented and organized. And I think that's really important when you talk about special teams, is to be organized. There's a lot of things going on. You're managing basically the entire roster. So the more organized you are, the better you can be on special teams. But then just making it all about the kids. I think you got to make it enjoyable and fun for the kids, especially when it comes to special teams, when they have offense and defense and having to know the game plans for that. But trying to be as detailed as possible, make things as simple for the kids as possible so they can go out there and play fast. Those would be my two things. With special teams, it can either win you a game or it can lose you a game. You look at what Richmond did here last year. They were number 3 in the country in kickoff return. So they were absolutely elite at kickoff return, and it changed a few games for them, and it actually won them the St. Francis game last year. And I come from a program where blocking kicks was part of our culture. And obviously if you block a kick in a game, you have a really good chance of winning that football game. So special teams can absolutely swing the game either for you, or if you screw up, could cost you the game. So it's a huge part of the game, and something I take really seriously, and I've always kind of taken seriously since I've gotten a chance to work with special teams. Coaching wise, like literally everyone in my family is a coach or has coached at some point in time. My dad was a head high school coach, and I actually played for my dad, but my dad was a head coach for 19 years at my high school. His dad was a coach. My mom was actually a coach. She was a cheerleading coach and a field hockey coach. My dad coaches football and baseball, and they were both teachers. So kind of growing up, I was always around coaches, and some of the biggest mentors in my life were my coaches that I had. So I always knew I wanted to be involved in either education or coaching. And now being a college football coach, I get to be involved with coaching all day at a really, really high academic institution right now at Richmond. So I always knew coaching was going to be in the fold for me. It's been awesome. I mean, working with special teams, you get a chance to work with both offensive guys and defensive guys, and then I get to incorporate both offensive coaches and defensive coaches. So it really lets me interact with the entire coaching staff. And Coach Huseman's done a great job of, he runs the punt team and teaching me the punt scheme, and so I can go and teach it to our coaches, but then giving me really the freedom to do what I want to do for the other big 3, between kickoff return, and punt return, where I get an opportunity to go and teach our staff that. But it's been awesome. We've got really, really good coaches here, and guys that want to be involved in special teams. And like I said earlier, that makes my life really easy when you got coaches that want to be actively involved in special teams, and they take it just as important as offense or defense. Makes my life really easy, and it's been really awesome so far.